you can watch the very first episode of the very first Kamen Rider series, the eponymous Kamen Rider. He likes to kick Nazis in the face. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and mine probably isn't the face you were expecting to see, but welcome anyway to the Ranger Week in Review, your weekly source for all the news in Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, maybe Godzilla. We'll get to why I'm hosting in just a moment, but first, in the grand tradition of this show, I do have a canned alcoholic beverage ready to go. Liz is a beer girl, but I'm more of a mixed drink kind of a guy, so I have got a Seagram's Escapes Spiked Strawberry Blast. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the show, because the Ranger Week in Review starts now. Ranger Liz is feeling just a little bit under the weather this week, so I'm pinch hitting once again. Having hosted the second most number of episodes of this show, a grand total of 2 now, is quite the feather in my cap. You can keep up with what I'm talking about by checking the labels on the upper right-hand part of the screen, so let's get to it. Starting things off with Super Sentai, because we have the biggest dump of Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger news yet. On Thursday, Toei held the official introductory press conference for the 45th Sentai, introducing the cast. Zenkaiger, the gold shield, white, red, rainbow guy, is going to be played by series newcomer Kiita Komajin. In case you're not familiar, the other 4 members of the team are robots, so they will be portrayed by suit actors and voiced. Zenkaiger will be voiced by Shintaro Asanuma, Zenkaiger will be voiced by Kaji Yuki, Zenkaiger will be voiced by Yume Miyamoto, and Zenkaiger will be voiced by Takuya Sato. The opening theme is going to be performed by Takeshi Tsuruno, who interestingly enough was the actor who played Ultraman Dino. All of that information came via Toku Nation, but there was also a trailer released for the show, primarily provided to Twitter by @KRSentai. The 1-minute 5-second trailer starts off with the new hero, Zenkaiger, receiving their transformation gear from none other than Aka Ranger of Go Ranger. The series seems to have a somewhat goofy comedic tone, but also hints at least a Legend War-esque moment, if not larger motif, with the entire team backed up by all 44 previous Red Senshi. Zenkaiger debuts on March 7th. We also got a look at some of the toys for the show. The 4 Kikanoids are going to have Kikai modes where they transform into giant robots with both humanoid and non-humanoid forms. The blue one can become a dump truck, the yellow one can become a lion, the pink one can become a dragon, and the red one can become a T-Rex. They also feature a very Kamen Rider double gimmick where they form gatais by combining 2 of them side by side. Those toys are going to be sold in 2 different sets. Judan and Gaon will combine into Zenkaiyo Juda Gaon, and that set is coming out on March 6th. Vroom and Majin will combine into Zenkaiyo Vru Majin, and that set is coming out on April 3rd. Each of those sets is going to cost 7,480 yen, about $72 US. Ouch. They are cross-compatible with each other, again, much like Double, with the opposite side of the body. Pink will also be able to combine with red, and yellow will also be able to combine with blue. Now, those are a little bit on the pricey side, so there's also a brand new line of figures coming out for this show called Change Heroes, featuring each of the 4 Kikanoids with a more simplified version of their transformation. Each of those are going to cost 1,650 yen, or about $15 US. Now, there is also a Change Hero series figure coming out for Zenkaiger, but it's a little unclear what it does, if anything. Do have just a little bit of Kira Major news to slip in. It was revealed on Wednesday that Mitsu Dan will be the guest actor on Machine Sentai Kira Major the movie. She will be playing Minjo, the Maestro of Nightmares, and Numajo's sister. She actually appeared in episode 21 of the show, but vanished shortly thereafter. She will be joined by Remudan, a sheep monster, because sheep are often associated with sleep in Japanese and other cultures. Interestingly, instead of airing as part of a Kamen Rider Super Sentai double bill movie, this movie will be part of a triple bill of Super Sentai films, airing alongside Ryu Soldier the movie and Zenkaiger the movie on February 20th. Thank you to Tokusatsu Network for this story. Taking another sip of the drink. As we transition over to Power Rangers news, as the cast and crew of Power Rangers Dino Fury are back at work filming the second half of the show. Some footage that was posted by Bronwyn Verlinden on Facebook was ported over to Twitter by the Power Scoop. We see the Rangers fighting a monster and even some of the main villains, the shooting taking place outside of Spark Arena. I couldn't really find any pertinent news for Kamen Rider Saber, meaning that I've likely lost what little Toku journalist credibility I had to start with. However, there is some general Kamen Rider franchise news, so let's press on. Celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Kamen Rider franchise, the Toei Tokusatsu World YouTube channel will be uploading select episodes of the franchise to watch on YouTube worldwide. The episodes will feature subtitles via YouTube's closed captioning function and are region-free, viewable around the world, with a few possible rare exceptions. And where else would they start but at the very beginning? You can now watch the first episode of the very first Kamen Rider series, the eponymous Kamen Rider, right now on YouTube. Thank you to Toku Chris of Toku Nation for this headline. Kamen Rider Geo is a very interesting series for the Western Kamen Rider fandom, as they seem to be kind of down on it. The end of the show is seen as a slog by many Western Kamen Rider fans, and it's just not talked about much these days. However, clearly that lack of enthusiasm does not exist in the Japanese audience. A little while back, Tamashii Nations held a poll on which of their limited edition SH Figuarts Kamen Rider figures would see a re-release. There were over 50,000 votes cast in the poll, and the winner was the kindest demon king himself, Kamen Rider Oma Geo. This story comes from Toku Nation as well, but no details were included about a release date or a cost, probably very similar to its initial release. A little personal actor news, as Liz likes to include that from time to time. Kohei Takeda is a familiar face to Kamen Rider fans, having played Otoya on Kamen Rider Kiva, as well as Kamen Rider Grease on Kamen Rider Build. He recently announced that he's gotten married, and to a fellow Toku actor no less. He married Mary Matsuyama, who played Rekka on the Garo series. The two have not been in any Toku together, but they did act together in 2013's Bride Agency and a number of dramas after that where they formed their relationship. Congrats to the happy couple, and thanks to Tokusatsu Network for the news. Over to Ultraman, Tsuburaya just continues a great streak of treating its Western fans right, announcing that its newest Ultraman series will air on YouTube worldwide with official English subtitles. Titled Ultraman Chronicles Z Heroes Odyssey, this will be another anthology-style Ultraman show with stories from the Heisei and Reiwa eras as told from alternate perspectives. The first episode actually went up last Friday, and the second one should have gone up as around the time I was filming this video. New episodes will be posted to the Tsuburaya YouTube channel every Friday at 7:30. Ultraman Taiga is celebrating its 25th anniversary, and as part of that celebration, Premium Bandai would like some more of your money. They are releasing the Ultra Replica Spark Lens 25th Anniversary Edition. This is a toy replica of the transformation item of Ultraman Taiga, and the re-release is going to have new engraving and prettier lights, and a display to set it on with the intention of making it much more like the show prop. This is going to set you back 11,000 yen. We're talking 106 US dollars. Pre-orders are open now until March 5th, and the item will be shipping in September. Thank you to Tokusatsu Network. In comic books, Mighty Morphin number 3 came out this past Wednesday, but I have not had the opportunity to get my hands on it. But I will, and shameless plug, I'll be reviewing it over on my own YouTube channel, Orange Ranger Videos. However, this week, Image Comics released an animated trailer for a new series from Kyle Higgins, who you may know as that comic book writer who has been absolutely killing anything that he sets his mind to. Along with Marcelo Costa, the two are launching a new story called Radiant Black, a new transforming hero series, like I said, from the mind of the person who brought you Power Rangers and just so many other good things, Ultraman, etc., etc. They are doing this for Image Comics, who posted the animated trailer to their YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out. Radiant Black will be launching on February 10th. Oops, almost let a little bit of Godzilla news slip by there. I feel like Liz talks a little bit more about the Japanese versions of Godzilla, but if there's one fact that's indisputably true, it's that all versions of Godzilla are Godzilla. In news that came out on day of filming, Friday, Warner Brothers announced that it will honor a deal with Legendary to have Godzilla vs. Kong come out in theaters at the same time as HBO Max, moving the movie's release up from May 21st to March 26th. Legendary was the primary financer of the film and thus owns most of the rights to it. Warner decided to avoid a legal fight with the company after their decision to take their entire 2021 movie slate and just toss it all onto HBO Max at the same time. This story came via Deadline. That is going to wrap things up. I'm pretty sure I missed at least 3 pretty crucially important headlines and another 1 or 2 cute things that I probably could have mentioned, but that's why this isn't my primary gig. Speaking of, as I alluded to in the comics section, I am the Orange Ranger, and I am a Power Rangers reviewer. You can check me out at youtube.com/OrangeRangerVideos and see my reviews of all manner of things related to Power Rangers. I'm sure that Liz will be right back to action next time, so make sure to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to get the notifications set up so you can see her weekly news on all things related to Tokusatsu. Remember, Liz loves you, I love you, and as I like to say at the end of my own videos, until next time, heroes, may the power protect you. Will be played by Sentai newcomer Kiita We'll start off with Super Sentai because we have the biggest dump of gosh dang it. Starting off with Super Sentai because we have the biggest dump of Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. She'll be playing Kinjo, the maestro of nightmares, and the sister of farts. It was revealed on Wednesday that Mitsu Dawn will be the guest actor on she'll be playing somebody in the footage, because that's what footage is. Taking a sip of the drink as we transition over to getting the drink down my throat, which likely means that I've lost the 50th anniversary of the Kamen Rider franchise. It's a franchise that's your friend. It's a franchise. The episodes will have however, clearly that Ultraman Chronicles Z Heroes Odyssey, and I was right. Over to Ultraman, Subaraya just shows a great news that came out today, day of filming, Friday. That's why you don't say today. After their decision to take their entire 2021 movie slate and just toss it all onto HBO Max at the same time.